everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today you join me out on the south coast on a really horrible blusty evening. It's the only chance I've had to get out since I've been back from the European Championships. As you've seen, I did nip out squid fishing in the port, but that's the only fishing I've been able to do because of new job, new commitment, and the weather has been absolutely horrendous. We had a bit of a gap in the weather, so I nipped out down to a mark in the south coast. It's quite a forgiving mark. It's not what I wanted to fish, but because of the wind direction, I could only get it. The car's parked about 10 yards behind me, so if the weather does turn, I can just get back in there and get home. It's about 20 minutes from my house. I have had ray here in the past, spotted ray. You see me fishing it. It's not the best time of year to fish it. I normally like to fish it in February or in the beginning of the year, January and that. But I've come down here because it's comfy and I had to get my fishing addiction. But as normal, I'm going to try and target ray, dogfish, and because of the blustery conditions, I'm going to try for ray. I have got 2 rods out in the water, and I've got them out. I've got up and over pulley rigs as normal, one with a 4 foot and one with a 6 foot drop in it. I've got a whole squid on one, and that's 40 yards out. Going to see if I can pick up a big bass. And then I've got lawns with a strip of squid in there. Went over to Graham's saying he had lovely lawns, so I picked some of those up. And I've got that out about 80 yards and see what we can pick up. As normal, I'll run you through the rods, reels and everything I'm using. After that then we'll have a jump in here. We'll watch me baiting up and that. I got different bait tools today. We can have a look at how different bait tools work baiting up. And then hopefully my beach buddy stays on the beach and doesn't get it blown away, because it is horrible outside there. So what I may have to do is I'll obviously shine the light on my rods and reels and I'll talk to what have I got. But as normal, I've got my old faithfuls and Naga, but I'll quickly turn around and shine the light in there. And then hopefully we can get into some ray, hopefully a big bass this evening, but we can go through the max, the tactics I'm going to be using. I'm still hoping my beach buddy don't go away, because it must be about 4, 6, 7 out there at the moment. I'm sheltered by the corner, but I'm just catching the edge of the wind. But hopefully that will stir up the bottom. We can get a nice big bass for you, because it's a good time of year now for big bass. And then we can see if locally caught squid does well tonight, because that's my old faithful bait, that is. But that's me now. I'll turn you around, we'll have a look at the rods and reels, and after that then we go through our normal process. As you can see, I got my Castor Special, and then I've got a Pen 15. I got both 20-pound blades in them. As you go up then, I've got my old faithfuls, competition Nagas, and as you can see, they're out in there now. As you can see, the left one is the one that's furthest out, and the right down one's about 40 yards out. And hopefully then, that'll do the business for this evening. I just wanted to talk over this bit here to show you how difficult it is actually to film and fish on your own. As you can see by here, I got slacklined by a fish. I struck into it by here. The fish is on, and I got the camera on. I haven't got no lights on, and I'm like, oh no, what do I do by here? But I thought I'd leave this play to show you actually how difficult it is. I'm trying to look by here. Oh no, how do I get back to the rod? I knew back to the light, sorry, I knew. I had the camera on, but I was like, oh, do I leave it go slack? I put it back in the stand, and then you can see me then put it back in there. If you keep a close look at the tip of the rod, when the light shines on it, you can see the fish on you. I'm making sure the light's on here. I'm turning the microphone on. I'm placing the lights out. And it's quite funny because you have to go for this rigmarole all the time. The lights are flashing, and half the time I forget to put the microphone on. I'm checking, but as you can see the top of the rod, the fish is still on there, and I'm like, oh no, I still haven't got the microphones on. So I quickly back to check if the lights are on there, quickly check them, and as you can see here now, I managed to get everything on, but I thought I'd just put it in for the comedy factor. I don't know if it'll come out. As you can see, I was baiting up and the whole squid, which is 30-40 yards out, just hooped over. Oh, just give me time to get that sorted then. I didn't have time, I was just baiting up and it just bent over. And you can see I got a cracking bass on a whole squid, 40 yards out. I'll get him sorted now and I'll turn it around because it's blowing a gale out here. And we'll have a look at him. I was just talking to you and I was just about to bait up the lawns and squid like that. The next minute I saw it, and the one was just 30 yards out. There we have it. There's a squid hanging out of his mouth. You can see it there. And he's taking the circle, look. But that's how we came down here to try, like I said, try and get a bass for 30 or 40 yards out an old squid. He's not massive, but if his eve's working along there, hopefully we can get into one of these big ones, which we normally have this time of year. But that was mad, and with the wind and that was a great fight. As you seen, I was trying to put the lights on, and the line was all slack over there. Sometimes it's murder trying to film and get everything set up, because I wasn't prepared for that at all. As you know, bass don't bite, you just pull over, drag went. But I'm going to get this little fella now taken off the hooks, and we let him on his merry way. But that was a great fight and great fun then. And target achieved. We said we wanted to catch a bass 30 or 40 yards out in a whole squid, and we did. Oh, that's not a bad start. First cast, 40 yards out with an old squid, and we had the bass. I was just about to bait up here, so I had the lights facing me, and so I could hear was my ratchet going. And look, I quickly shined my head torch on. I could see all the line dropping slack in there. It wasn't a massive one, but it's a target what we wanted. So what I'll do is I'll persevere for another hour out far, see if I can pick up a ray, but it is roughed up even more. So what I might do is just put 2 rods in close and see what we can get. Right, let me put my head torch down here for a minute. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to show you how I bait up a launch. So what I've done, I pre-planned it. I always cut my launch in half, as you can see, like that, and I have the skin facing out. And there's the other bit there, like so. And then I've got my locally caught squid there. The baiting tool I like for use for this, Tronics, I just bought it out. It's just a normal baiting needle, but it's got nice long prongs so I can fit them all on there. So what I do is just simply slide one down, like so, and as you can see, I've got all the stomach cavity and all that on the outside. Slide the other one down like so, so you've got it like that. Get my squid and lay, oh, hang on. Oh, sorry, I thought I had a bite again then. And as you can see, I've got them all nice sandwiched there. Get my bait cotton, or latex it is. And then just whip it up nice and neat to start with. So you get a nice compact sort of a sandwich, like so. Yeah, happy with that, man. Hopefully I can get a few more, and like I said, it's a ray and not out there because it's a little bit too rough. I'll just drop both of them in, drop one about 40 like I got it, and drop the other one even closer because the bass do quite come close here. And as you can see, and that's lovely, all the guts and all that's oozing out on one side. I got the squid alongside there. Nice scenty bait in his coloured water. Right. It's hard to do it with the light in your face. Simply hook the hook through then, nick it through lightly. So you got the hook nice and proud and just whip it on. And as always, I leave a tag on my J-hook and I just whip that in as well so it holds it in there. And loads of bait cotton on. Like so, I do wrap a few around there, just in case. It's hard to do it like this because the lights are in my face now, whereas with the head torch the light shined on it. Back down one more time. Pull the bait tool out. That's brilliant, these bait tools are. Get my circle hook in. Like so, that shine my head torch on it now. This bait is absolutely oozing out. There's my circle, look, nice and proud. Lovely bait, and you can see that now in the light, all the juices and that are flowing out, and look at the state of my hand. But that's my next one going out. My plan of attack is, like I said, I'm going to give it an hour on one rod just to see if I can pick up a ray. But if not, then I'll drop all my rods in really close and see if we can pick up a real big bass through. But yeah, great start. And hopefully there's more fish to come. And the weather doesn't get any worse. It's dropped off a little bit to what it was when I first got here. But if you go outside the beach, buddy, it's not nice at all. But that's what the bass like. I'll sit, you know, I'll get the lights off, so I like to try and sit in darkness when I'm bass fishing. That's why I got my tent facing, so all my lights are facing away from the water. But yeah, brilliant. So I'll keep it going now. And next time I bait up a whole squid, I'll show you how I bait up a whole squid. Oh, well, the fishing has gone absolutely terrible. I had that bass, I had a bite, and after that bass, nothing came of it. But I've had 4 more casts now, and it absolutely baited me coming back in untouched. The weather's got even worse now. It's starting to rain and that, so I'm going to give it another half hour because I got obviously work in the morning, my new job, which is amazing. My new journey in life. It's quite funny actually, because when my old office was in the military, my new office is practically opposite it. But yeah, my new journey now with SCH, Southampton Cargo Handling, fantastic company, good team ethos there. And I'm looking forward to the next part of my journey in life now. Yeah, really good. But the wish the fishing was as good, but it's terrible. I thought, oh, I'd have a few bass now, but I tried in, I dropped the other rig back in as well. Nothing, completely untouched. But the drizzle's picked up a bit now, so I'm going to give it half hour. I'll fish till 12 and I'll get myself home then. Obviously I'm up early in the morning for work. But yeah, I knew it was going to be hard on this mark because I don't like to fish it this time of year, but you know, it's only, like I said, easy access, and I'm not walking miles and I can pack away and just chuck it all in the car and go. I thought I might have been able to winkle out a ray or a few dogs or something, but yeah, nothing. The waves are getting even bigger out there now. I know you can't see it. And it's starting to drizzle a bit now as well, so I don't want to get soaked. So I'll give it another 2 casts and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, nice to get out. Nice to get out. Like I said, I've only been out squid fishing in the port and that, and you've seen the video on that, and I've been in there with Steve as well. We had some squid in a catch-up. But I haven't been out with the big rods. This is the first time really. And it's getting to that weird time now. As you get into there, it'll be white in and white in and white in. But we'll see if we can do a bit of other videos for you, obviously. I come out tonight just on a hope I could have picked something up. We've had a nice bass, but other than that, it's been really poor. And we've had good baits going out there, and as you've seen me whipping them up and all that, and they've been coming back in untouched. But cross fingers, now I could pick up 2 more fish or something on in the last half hour to make it a little bit more of an enjoyable video, because I hate doing videos just catching 1 fish and all that, but that's fishing for you, and I try and keep it real, you know. But hopefully I can winkle out now, but I wouldn't say much hope, and I definitely don't want to get soaking. Right, I've packed 1 rod away now. I'm going to finish packing in the other one. That's been a hard session, let me tell you. Especially when my baits have been coming in untouched and all that. It's quite disheartening, but at least I'm not stuck in the house. I'm out giving it a go in this little weather window. Hopefully I can get back out now once we've got 4 or 5 days of bad weather. I'll try and get out after that. I'm trying to go to Chesil Beach because Mac wants to go there again, and I promised Brian I'd go down with him, see if we can catch him a blonde and a codlin again. But it's a really sneaky species. I'm hoping to catch down there. Yeah, and hopefully I can get down there and catch him. I've been waiting a year to catch it. And cross fingers I can get down and do it and make a nice video with Brian and Mac. That'll be great, that will. But yeah, as always, I'm going to get this packed away now. I'll leave it till last because it's obviously drizzling out. I'll get everything up to the car, come back, pack this away, and then I can dry this in the garage tomorrow. But yeah, hey, thank you very much for watching. If I don't see you on the beach, I'll see you on the channel. Enjoy your fishing, everyone.